In this question, given a circle, there are n petrol pumps on that circle. We have given two data sets. One is for amount of petrol that every petrol pump has, and second data is for the distance from the petrol pump to the next petrol pump. What we have to find, that we have to find that index number from where we can go to all the petrol pumps and our petrol doesn't get exhaust, doesn't get finished. See, in this we have, these are the petrol pumps which have these values, means this petrol pump has 4 liters of petrol, this petrol pump has 6 liters of petrol, this has 7, and this has 4 liters of petrol. All of these petrol pumps are in circle. We have to find that petrol pump, means index of that petrol pump from which we can go to all the petrol pump and our petrol doesn't get exhaust. So suppose we start from here. Now in that time we have no petrol in our bike, so we have filled here 4 liters of petrol, just because this petrol pump has only 4 liters of petrol pump. But the distance from this petrol pump to this petrol pump is 6 kilometer. So how can we go from 4 liter of petrol to 6 kilometer? Means every 1 liter of petrol will allow you to travel 1 kilometer. So to go from here to here we need 6 liters of petrol, but we have only 4 liters, so we cannot start from here. Suppose the index number is 0, 1, 2 and 3, so we start from this, the index number 1. So we start from index number 1. Now here we have no petrol. We filled 6 liters of petrol in our bike and we have to travel 5 kilometers so that we can reach to this petrol pump. So yes, we can reach. Now the petrol available is 6 minus 5, 1. Initially we filled 6 liters of petrol here, 6 liters of petrol here, and we come to this petrol pump and we spend all 5 liters of petrol and we left with only 1 liters of petrol. Now at this petrol pump we get 7 more liters, so already we have 1 liter and we get 7 more, so it will be 8 liters of petrol. Now we have to go that this petrol pump, so we spent 3 liters of petrol pump here, so we left with 5 liters of petrol pump. Now at this time, at this petrol pump we filled with 4 liters of petrol. So how much petrol is available? 9 liters. But we want to go to this petrol pump, so we spent 5 liters and we left with 4 liters. Now we have to come back again here, so we get 4 here, so 4 plus 4 is 8. Now to come back again in this position, in this petrol pump, we need 6 and we have enough 8, so we can reach here. So see, we have completed the visit of all the petrol pumps. If we start from index 1, so index 1 is our output. Now we have to check that the sum of total petrol is greater than the sum of total distance, means the total petrol available should always the greater of the total distance we have to travel. Means if we have less petrol, then how can we reach to any place? So the sum of this is 21. Means total we have 21 liters of petrol, and distance we have to travel is 19. So in total we have greater number of liters of petrol in spite of the distance we have to travel, so we can safely travel. If we have less number of petrol, so we have to return -1. For that we have to check a condition. If sum of the values of petrol is less than the sum of values of distance, then we have to return -1. Now see the implementation part. In the input, the list is given. In this list, so this is two-dimensional array in which in zeroth part petrol is given and the first part distance is given. So what initially we do, we will separate these two into the single arrays. Suppose the two arrays are gas and cost. We will iterate into this array. Now we will append the petrol values to the gas array. And in the cost array, we will append the values of distance. Why we are doing this? Just because we want to the sum of all elements in these two different arrays and want to check that if we can travel to all the petrol pumps or not within the available petrol. If sum of gas means sum of all the petrol we have is less than sum of the distance, the cost we have to travel, then return -1. Now we will take two variable, start and petrol. Start is the point from where we want to start, and petrol we will check how much petrol is available at that petrol pump. Now we will calculate petrol. Now we will how to calculate. Let's see, this is 6 and this is 5. Means we have available 6 petrol liters of petrol, and we want to cover 5 kilometer of distance. So we are left with 1 6 minus 5, 1 liter of petrol. So this value store, this petrol will store 1 liters of value. Next time, we already have 1 liters of petrol, and next time 7 added to, so we have 8 liters of petrol, and we will minus 3 into it, then we will left 5 liters of petrol. So this variable petrol will maintain the remaining petrol. But if the value of petrol is less than 0, means we can't travel more, we have to switch the our start index. So start value will be increment by 1. No. In this case, we cannot go from this index. So we change our start value to this index. means we increment it by 1. So here start 1 plus 1 and again petrol value is 0. Now we will return start. This will return the index of that petrol